Today's dinner party was a lot of fun. It was a pretty high-level restaurant and the food was delicious. You can invite me again, you know. About that. Could you pay for the extra food? Huh? Why? At today's dinner party, only you guys ordered a lot of extra things, right? Fancy food and champagne. The additional order cost about $4,000. So what? Today was your wedding announcement party. And since you guys aren't having a wedding, you invited us because you wanted to have a nice dinner with your family. That's why we came, and how come we have to pay for it? That's true, but we didn't think there would be so many additional orders. We also didn't expect it to cost $4,000. The course meal wasn't enough for us, so we ordered the food and the champagne. If we ordered the same amount of food at our favorite restaurant, it would only be about $200. That's what happens when you get arrogant and book expensive restaurants. Are you saying that it's our fault for arranging the restaurant? That's right. We only came to celebrate you guys. Shame on you for charging us money. Can you at least pay part of the cost? We'll pay for 80% of it. We'd like you to pay at least 20% of the cost. Don't be silly. You said you prepared a nice place for us to eat. And that's why we even had to pay for the hair and makeup. And you're asking us to pay extra? That's insane. We're not paying anything. Oh no. From now on, you should avoid having dinner parties at expensive restaurants. Ah, that's right. So next time, why don't we have a home party instead of a restaurant? If we bring in our own food, we can save money. A home party? We talked about it at the dinner party today, but I heard you guys live in a pretty nice apartment. It has a nice view and a spacious room, right? The parents seem to like it too after they visited your place. We like to go visit sometime too. Well, if that's the case, I'll check with Jack first. I can't decide on my own. We can always arrange our schedules. Let me know when you two decide on a convenient date. I'll bring a delicious meal and drinks. I just dropped my parents off at their house. They both had a good time at the dinner party today. Thanks for driving them home. I'm glad they had a good time. I just got a call from Harper too. She said they had a good time too. Well, I'm sure they had a great time after ordering all that food and drinks. Did they say anything about paying for the extra food? They have no intention of paying for it. I asked for at least part of it. They said they came because they were invited, and that it was insane to charge them money. Seriously? So that extra $4,000 is all ours to pay? Sorry, my sister is so selfish. I'll pay for the whole extra amount out of my savings. No, it's a dinner party we both invited. I'll pay half too. More importantly, Harper wants to come over to our place next time. She asked if we could have a home party at our place. What? A home party at our house? We talked about our apartment at the dinner party today, right? So she says she'd like to come visit us once. Oh, you're talking about the other day when Mom and Dad came to visit, right? They really liked the apartment. They were praising the place the whole time we were eating. That's why Harper's so interested in this place too. She wants to have a party with drinks and food. What do you say? When should we invite them? No, we should never let my sister in the house. Just ignore the home party and all the talk. If they say anything, tell them I'm against it. What? We can't invite them to the house? We invited your parents to our house. I don't know what they'll steal if they come over. That's why you should never let them in. Once you let them in, you'll never get anything important back. What? What does that mean? I'm sure you're aware of it, Ava. My sister and her husband are selfish, self-centered, and troublesome. They're rather brazen or stingy. If you invite them over, they'll take things from you without a second thought. Really? They used to come over when I lived alone, just because she was shopping nearby. She and her husband would stop by my house, but every time they left, my stuff was missing from my house. So it's not like it's a mistake or something? Of course I checked the house a lot. First it was toilet paper, plastic wrap, paper plates. Then it got worse and worse, and eventually they took my favorite clothes too. What? The live t-shirt I treasured so much. I saw her husband wearing it later on. Of course I immediately questioned them. But they ran away, saying they were just borrowing it and would return it soon. Of course they never returned it to me again. That's just too much. No matter if they're family or not, it's the same as stealing. That's why I don't want them in my house. This house is not only mine, it's yours too. I'm used to having my things stolen, but I can't stand it if someone takes something that belongs to my wife. Right. I definitely don't like that either. Then let's not have a home party. I feel sorry, but let's not let Harper and her husband in the house. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm sorry my family's been such a pain in the ass. If she says something, you call me right away, okay? I'll handle my sister.
Ava, why aren't you at home when I came all the way here? I wonder if you're out somewhere.
What? Harper?
I brought some beer, so I'll put it in the fridge. Let's all drink together later.
The fridge? Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're in our apartment now.
Hey. You didn't call us at all, so we came here on our own. I knew my mom had a duplicate key to this room. I secretly borrowed it from my parents' house.
What? That's trespassing.
What are you talking about? We're a family, so it's perfectly okay to do this. Anyways, where are you? It's a holiday. Let's have a drink together.
We're on our honeymoon. Didn't I tell you that we're going to Europe starting today?
What? Really? I feel like you told me, but I forgot. But I was so careless to come visit you at such a time.
You forgot. It seems as if you purposely came on that day.
What? It's really just a coincidence. But it's so sad that I came all the way here to visit you and you're on your honeymoon. It would be sad to leave like this. We'll stay in this house until you get back, okay?
What?
It's got a great view just like you said. It's a dream come true to live in such a beautiful apartment. I might as just well take it. Why don't you just give this apartment to us?
There's no way we can do that. Don't be silly. Get out of our house. You can't stay in someone's room without permission.
We're a family. Oh, there's some really nice meat in the fridge. You guys must have a pretty good life.
Please don't look in the fridge without permission.
What's over here?
Expensive wine and fancy cheese.
I'm going to open it with my husband right now. I'll give you guys some of the special beer I bought.
Please don't do that. Please don't eat things from other people's house without permission.
Oh, what's this? Super cute high-brand accessories. This is a limited edition item that sold out quickly.
Hey, where are you hunting next? Don't walk around in people's room without permission.
I heard this sells for a pretty good price online. Oh no, I immediately put it on the market and it was already sold. And it's 3 times the list price.
Are you kidding me? You sold off someone's stuff without permission?
It's okay. I'll have half of the profit to you. I'll take the other half as my commission.
That's enough.
It's insane to do whatever you want in someone's house. If you don't leave, I'll call the police. What? Didn't you hear what I said earlier? We like this house so much we'll stay here from now on. So this is no longer your house. What? You don't have a home to go back to. You should look for a new house while you're on your honeymoon. We have no intention of going back. What? We actually moved out of that apartment right before our trip. So we have no intention of going back there. Moved? Then whose house is this now? We could enter normally with the duplicate key that my parents had. Normally, when the previous owner leaves, the locker changed. We told them that the next occupant is a relative of ours, so there's no need to change the locks. Because we gave that apartment to my parents-in-law. What? Actually, they talked to us about it. They really liked our apartment. And that they would like to get rid of their house and move out at some point. Get rid of their house? Their house is quite old, and they were thinking of rebuilding it. But that's when they came to visit our apartment. It seems like they really liked the apartment more than they had imagined. But when it came time to find the apartment of their dreams, they had a lot of trouble. But moving to the same apartment as us was not an option for them since we are newlyweds. They were worried that we could be too sensitive as a newlywed couple. So we made a proposal to them. To give them our room. Really? Recently, you guys have been persistent also. So we thought it would be a good idea to move out. And the parents were very happy. In return, they said they would help us with the payment for the moving with the money they got from the sale of their house. So we quickly found a new apartment and moved in. So, wait a minute. This house is not yours, but the parents' house? Yes, it's a retirement home where they can spend their time in comfort. The delicious meats, wine, and cheese that you just tried? They're all from your parents' own kitchen. Even the high-brand accessories are your mother's. What? No way! What should I do? I can't believe all this was from my parents. Looks like they were just walking around the neighborhood. I called them right away and they said they'd be home soon. They should be arriving at their room any time now. Oh no. They're knocking the door like crazy. They're definitely going to be really upset about this. Well, we're on our honeymoon, so if you'll excuse us now, make sure you apologize to them. Help, Ava. Can you keep us at your house for a while? What? What's wrong? They kicked us out of the apartment. After that, I apologized desperately, but both of them were furious. They told us never to show our face again. But we were going to live in this apartment. We were actually moving out of our old apartment. Wow, so it was a planned break-in. We're surviving in a motel for now, but we've reached our limit. To tell you the truth, I was fired from my job. But we can't live on my husband's salary and we don't have any savings. It's hard to rent a room in this situation. It costs a lot of money to move and pay the deposit and stuff, right? So, until we can save up some money, can you keep us in the house? I want you to tell me where you moved to. You've already returned from your honeymoon, right? Let us stay in your new house. I'm sorry, I can't do that. My husband has told me about your past wrongdoings. In fact, you almost stole our house in an attempt. We can't keep people like that in our house. But we are a family. And even though I'm your in-law, I'm your older sister. I'm in a higher position than you, so shut up and help us. Otherwise, I won't be nice to you in the future. I don't need you to be nice to me. And if you're going to use your position like that, I'll do the same. Even though I'm your sister-in-law, I'm your husband's boss. I'm in a better position than you. What? You're my husband's boss? If you keep being selfish, I won't be nice to you. I'm the boss and your husband is my direct subordinate. What?
Wait, what do you mean? We talked about it at the dinner party, in case you're wondering. But you guys were both pretty drunk on champagne. I guess you didn't hear that I actually work at the same place as your husband. You work at the same place as my husband? What's that? I've never heard of that before. It's a fairly large company, so I only found out after we got married. I had heard that we were in the same business, but I had no idea that we worked for the same company. I was told that I would be transferred to your husband's department once the marriage was settled, and I've been asked to be the director of the department. Director? Why are you in a higher position than my husband? I mean, he's older than you. But I have a better performance than him. What? Our company is based on performance. It doesn't matter how old you are or how long you've been with the company. It's a system where those who can do better get promoted faster and faster. That sounds like my husband is not good at his job. That's exactly right. And I never favor my family. In fact, I would rather be hard on them. I don't want people to think I'm in the same league as that person who always slack off at work. What? I've heard a lot about him from the previous director. I heard that he's unmotivated to work, that he slacks off, and that his work attitude is pretty bad. No wonder he's getting passed over for a promotion by a young girl like me. Huh? Don't you get all cocky with me. When my husband gets serious, he'll overtake you in no time. That's amazing. But before he gets serious, he might be fired first. What? I heard rumors that he is suspected of stealing equipment. I'm hearing that a punishment will be issued soon from the top. If you're fired and your husband is also fired, I don't think you'll be able to live a life in a motel any longer. What did you say? Just so you know, just because you're having a hard time making ends meet doesn't mean you can go into someone's house. If you do, you'll be in serious trouble with the police. Now if you'll excuse me. Shortly thereafter, Harper's husband was fired. It seems that the evidence that he had been bringing home company equipment had come to light. Her husband said, "My wife asked me to bring toilet papers for home." He desperately appealed to upper management that he couldn't disobey his wife. But because of his daily work attitude, he was kicked out of the office as soon as possible. The two of them then panicked and cried to his parents. But they said, "I can't believe you guys are finally causing trouble not only to the family but also to the society. We can no longer be a family with you." And they cut ties with them. They asked their friends and acquaintances to stay with them, but no one will let them stay. I heard that they are now working part-time at a motel. I just hope they won't cause problem there too.